Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Miami Sports Bar Podcast. It is me, Joey. I'm sorry to have been gone for so long once again. I'm really done apologizing for it. To be honest, there's only so much that I can talk about until I can bring other people on. As far as it comes to the bartender stories and stuff like that. And it's been so slow lately, dude, that it's like not a lot of shit that's been happening around me, or at least none of note that are really worth talking about. But I do miss you guys. I mean, this still feels natural to me. There's no list in front of me. There are a couple of things I'm going to go over. Usually I come in with my intro, but not today. Today, I finally get to honor a promise that I made to my boy Izel. He sent me a song that he has that he had not released yet. And I told him I will incorporate it into an intro, which I haven't done yet, but doing the service of letting you guys listen to him is probably better than that. So let me just throw that out for you real quick while I awkwardly stand here.
It's bigger than life itself. Trying to make a name for myself, you feel me? Be outside.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Got the eggy sticky sealed up in the duffel bag. My little cousin said 250 for a pick tag. I got the 17 talking, some my leather jacket. The niggas try to up me, so I let him have it. Had to hit him with a bow, 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 bow. Gotta get in silencer, cause that shit is loud. I think I need a bigger scale, I just caught the pound. I'm the king of NB, that's why I wear a crown. Cruising down 6th Ave with a blunt in my mouth. I had to tell the teacher gangsta cause it came from the south. I got bad bitches out here shaking ass at the park. They just pushed me in the water, had to swim with the sharks. Take a look inside my wallet, I got 20 racks. Take a look inside my closet, got 100 racks. I got bitches chasing me, I need to take a lap. It's funny cause I left my shawty, then I took her back. Only smoke backwoods, I don't fuck with the papers. I'm really out here getting money, you just bet on the Lakers. Shawty told me dive in, then.
Well, that's the snippet. That King of NB, that line goes so hard for me, bro. That shit goes so hard. The song is called Live from NB. I said, we gotta talk, bro. You talking about, he's like, got 20 racks in your wallet and 100 racks in the closet, bro? It's been a little bit of a struggle this summer. I might need to borrow some money, bro, for this feature right now. You know what I'm saying? Going on my fucking illustrious podcast with my 20 viewers a week, that's gotta cost some type of paper, brother. But yes, that was Izel, our very own homegrown. Shout out, buddy. That shit was beautiful. There's a couple things I'm gonna talk about today. It's not like a lot of nothing crazy. There is one thing that so I know a lot of you probably have heard of ChatGPT right now, or like it's basically just like an AI generated like chat robot, where basically like you can give it a prompt or you can give it a command, such as like students will use it. You can literally write me an essay about this so and so book, give me topics on this, and like it's crazy, and it'll literally within seconds generate paragraphs and paragraphs and stuff for you, right? So initially, my idea, and I was never gonna act like it was my own words or my own content. Don't get me wrong, I'm not crazy, but what I initially was gonna do is I wanted to get either a list of offensive jokes that would have been so offensive that I was gonna use the excuse of, well, it's not me, I'm just reading it from ChatGPT. Unfortunately, at this moment, ChatGPT does not allow you to use anything offensive or that could be offensive. Everything has to be lighthearted, like it literally says it itself. Or I was gonna do like a stand-up routine that was offensive and make a joke out of that. However, that didn't work out. I tried to find like other similar programs, and they either just didn't cut it or like they lied. It said like, yeah, we have no restrictions, but it still had restrictions. And then there was one that I downloaded completely to my laptop, and that shit, like it's the corniest thing. I actually had already closed it. I should have saved it so you guys could have seen how corny it was. So then my backup idea came in as how about was like one is gonna be like, I'm just like, I literally just said, write me a list of things that annoy bartenders, and I'm gonna read you that list in a little bit. And the other thing I did was I told it to write me one or two stand-up routines. This is the list right here. Like stand-up routines, the things that annoy bartender stuff. Um, Concerning like service industry or bartending in general. I think one of them that I did like one that's about like tipping. And the funny thing is because after like, I had messed around with it for a little bit, I kind of realized that this thing is hella corny. Okay? So I think it's funny because part of it's really not funny. But what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to be obviously reading this because I don't have any of this shit memorized. I literally just did it today. But I'm going to try to read it as if I'm selling it like a stand-up. Like, this is my routine. Even though I'll be sitting down, so we'll call it sit-down comedy. But other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Other than a couple things that I'm going to just go through. Like, first, I obviously already have written down. Just so we can laugh about it. Oh, and on top of that, I went on Instagram today. And I sent out a call to all my fellow bartenders and servers and said, hey guys, like, just send me your stories. Because obviously right now I'm not really like, set up to have like interviews. I will get there and I really want to. But, why rush the process? Like things will happen as they should. And so I put out a call on my Instagram story saying, hey, if you guys have any stories. I obviously did that today and I didn't expect 1 million people to hit me back. I got like 2 replies. I got like more than 2 replies, but other ones were like, oh yeah, I have some stories, but then like never told me a story, which is okay. It is what it is. I'll get it out of you at some point. But yeah, so, I'm sorry guys, am I boring you? No. Oh, thank you, Saint. What I'm gonna do is I'll start with that, just as those quick too. And this is a funny one. Obviously, it's shorthanded, and I can't speak to these, on my own accord, but this is from Luba. Shout out, Luba. Love you. This first one, actually, it's 2 of them. These are both perfect. She works at Tap 42, which is a good caveat because, like, obviously, you get the Aventura Mall crowd, and you get a lot of picky people and a lot of rude-ass motherfuckers. The first one she said was, bitch sent back the guacamole because it was cold. Like, when I first read it, it took me a second, and then I was like, oh, yeah, fucking guacamole. Like, I mean, I don't know how that hasn't happened to me yet in my life. And then the other one was that they ordered chicken lettuce wraps, and they sent back the lettuce because the lettuce was slightly wet. Because, the lettuce probably got fucking washed off, you moron. The other story is something that I was there for. And this was at Duffy's. This was a few years ago. This one's a little bit more on like the story time type of vibe. I don't remember his name, but he was a food runner. And he was gay, which is like whatever. Like that's not the point. But like he was a gay guy. He was a gay kid. And he was a food runner working in like, in a kitchen in North Miami at a sports bar where if you're in the service industry, friends and people in it, like the service industry is kind of funny in the way that like we're the most accepting. I feel like because you get like every type of person, you literally get like either like black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, Indian, gay, straight, bisexual, transgender, like you literally get everything in, and everyone works together, and none of that like really, it's obviously has happened. I'm not gonna say it hasn't, but for the most part, like that's not a like dividing force in our industry, at least from my experience. And he worked in that kitchen, and obviously being in the kitchen is a little bit more different, because you get a lot of these hardcore dudes, some that don't just they straight up just, I don't fuck with that gay shit type of dudes, or ones that just don't care, but as soon as you piss them off, they're gonna be like, oh, there go that gay motherfucker fucking up. So whatever. And his last day was inadvertent. From my knowledge and from my memory, if it serves me right, he had a long night the night before of some sexual roughhousing, and I guess we could say he was the bottom, and he might have been top 2. Who really knows him? And I guess that left him so God, it's like so gross. It left him a little loose to the point that he had a little accident at work after already trying to like release these such things, and I guess he had a little bit of drippage, a little bit of drainage going down his leg. If you can get my drift. But I mean, hey, it's like, you listen to these porn stars doing these interviews and all these podcasts now, and they tell you, like, yeah, I don't eat for 24 hours. I mean, like, hey, guys, like, if you want to put it in your butt, you're going to have to do it the right way. That's all I'm saying. Especially when you're working, if you're working at a job, Jesus Christ, what is the story I'm telling? If you're working at a job where you're on your feet most of the day and you're running around, you don't really have a lot of chance to... It's a lot harder to clench when you're walking, compared to when you like just get to sit. I mean, I guess I don't know. Never really thought about that. I mean, right now I feel like I can clench pretty good. I don't know. When I really have to take a shit, walking is not usually my best friend. So I'm just gonna go with that's probably the safe bet. But yeah, other than that, only story I really got for y'all, other than all the ChatGPT bullshit I want to like test on you, is I almost got myself fired this weekend. Because I decided to take my anger out on my manager, where basically the situation was I needed some Modelo. I see him standing on the handrail, leaning on the handrail, better said, and I'm like, hey guys, I need some more Modelo, and he's, kind of pointing at my bar back who's walking behind the bar with 3 buckets of ice. I point right back and I say, well, obviously he's busy. I need some Modelo's right now. And obviously I'm already like, this is 11 o'clock, the Jake Paul fight. Like, this is like, my bar just got like super slammed. We had all those motherfucking cocksuckers from Royal Caribbean show up, and now the bar is getting like real busy. And so I'm already like a little heated. He's obviously heated based on his reaction, because then he comes behind the bar and he's like, how about, instead of you just standing here and trying not to do anything, you go and do it yourself. So I decide to respond with, which I already apologized for. I decided to respond with, how about you get your fat, lazy ass off the handrail and go get me some fucking Modelo. See, in hindsight, obviously not the best thing to say, but if you know me like this, I just kind of talk shit like that. I don't really mean it, especially when I'm mad. Like, I probably meant it in the moment, but I don't mean it as maliciously as it really comes out. You know what I mean? Like, the point was I needed Modelo. The point wasn't you being a fat ass, buddy, I love you. The point wasn't, you leaning on the handrail and not doing like... So whatever, as soon as I say that, he looks at me and he goes, you can kiss your fucking schedule goodbye or some shit. Walks in the office, starts telling the people, he's like, take him off the fucking schedule, put him on service bar, whatever, fuck this, fuck that. And thanks to the other managers for letting him calm down and knowing that me and him were probably just being dicks to each other. I decided to be like, all right, let me go try to get the Modelo. And guess what? The fucking keg room was locked. So I couldn't even fucking get the Modelo myself. So maybe if your fat ass wasn't on the handrail and gave me the fucking keys, I could have actually got some fucking Modelo. Ooh. But yeah, thankfully I survived that. I mean, one of these days, bro, I'm really going to say some stupid shit. I mean, that was obviously, like, that was pushing it. But I apologize afterwards, obviously. I was in the wrong. He was a little in the wrong, but I was obviously more in the wrong because, like, I insulted him. He didn't really, like, insult me. And then he wouldn't speak to me for the rest of the night. Like, he was like, just get the fuck away from me. Just get the fuck away from me. And I was like, ah, man, he's pissed. So I had one fuck up where I stopped recording. Now I had a second fuck up where I was trying to show you guys something, and I actually didn't show you guys shit. Sometimes I'm an idiot. But before I continued, I was going to tell you guys, and now I got to double check because now I'm all paranoid. Oh, look. So basically there's these German activists, right, that are protesting. It's like, just stop using oil or just stop oil, something like that, whatever. And it's like, they're still a climate change thing. It's not the point that I'm trying to make. Like, I'm not saying like that their movement is bad. It's what they're doing. It's like these activists gluing their hands. How do you spell gluing? It's gonna just go here so I don't look so stupid right now. Like, yeah, these guys are gluing their hands. Fucking ad. to airport runways and to like the like in the streets like morons with a mix of epoxy and concrete to the point where it's taking hours to get just a chunk of the ground out so that they can actually move. And I don't know what happened at the end, but it was saying for a little while that it seemed like some of them might lose their hands because not only were they like glued to the bottom, but they had concrete over their hands onto the runway. And it's just like, holy shit. Like, I mean, hey, like, again, it's like, you know, you see the TV shows when they used to show people chaining themselves in front of trucks, in front of trees and shit, in front of deforested areas. But like, that's a chain that they can cut, you know what I mean? This is a little bit, they're basically saying that didn't show me shit. It's basically like, there's no solvent that's just gonna get that shit off for them. Ooh, let's see what this one is. That looked gross. Let's see if we get a better picture. Oh my god, this news looks so weird because it's not American. Look at this dumb fuck. Like, you see? Like, that's his hand. That's his hand. That... You can't even see it. Like, you can see his thumb, but it's covered in this fucking mix of epoxy and concrete. Like, they're... And, like, I wish I could find the video. Oh, my God, it's two of them. What fucking idiots. I wish there was this one video that I had seen when it first happened, and I guess I should have just fucking saved that one. I might have it on my TikTok somewhere, but whatever. You get the point. Where like when they're going and they're using like a mini jackhammer and they're doing all this to like break the concrete around his hand to pull him out safely. One of the guys is literally crying in pain, like crying, being like, "Oh, stop!" Like, are you fucking pussy? Are you fucking dumb? You did it to yourself. It's just the shit that you see, dude. And like, I mean, it's a good cause. It's not a bad cause. Like, I get it. But like, and like at that point, and then like, you know, obviously think about the traffic. Oh my God. And we're talking about, and that's runways. And then you're doing it streets too. So you're canceling flights. People are late to work. Bro, if somebody gets shot on the, you know, because they don't think about stuff like that. They think it's all bad. So we gotta stand up, which I get it. What if somebody's grandma had a heart attack on the same street that you're fucking blocking for the last hour and a half? Grandma's dead. Grandma's dead. Thanks to these guys. They killed your grandma, random British person. I'm sorry. May she rest in peace. But you know what? She's going to have both of her hands in her casket. Not these two dumb motherfuckers. Yeah, that might have been... No, fuck them. They deserve it. Well, yeah. So now, I'm going to go and I'm going to read this list off. Right? So this is, what did I type in exactly? It was things that annoy bartenders. And I mean, obviously you can annoy servers too. So I only read a couple off of it, so it's kind of, you know, new information for me to see. Obviously, number one, and that's the thing, that is the craziest part, is that if you've been watching me or listening to me, you know that I've talked about like all of this already. Most likely. I'll be surprised to see if there's one that I haven't. Number one, snapping fingers or clapping. Someone actually snapped their fingers at me the other day, and I looked back at him and I snapped it like that, and I walked away. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty good moment. I live for moments like that, you know what I mean? Because then when they say, "Hey, why'd you do that?" or "Hey, what's wrong?" I'll be like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry, that's disrespectful for you to call me like that." And I've been really good about wearing my name tag lately, so ain't no bullshit with I'm not wearing my name tag anymore. Waving money, waving a card, definitely talked about that. That's like right there with snapping fingers, just like you're talking down to somebody. Very inappropriate. Ordering complex drinks during a rush. I feel like I might have touched on that in like random stories and events, but that's very true. I mean, I'm not saying like, I mean, hey, if you're paying for the drink, you want what you want. But you're at a sports bar. It's a Saturday night. Sorry, I had a little cough this weekend, so I keep drinking water to make sure I don't like cough my brains out while I'm talking. You can probably hear it in my voice a little. It's a sports bar, Saturday night, or it's, you know, some type of game is going on. I mean, I get it. You're paying for it. You drink what you drink. But maybe it's not the best time to order a Cosmo, you know? Maybe ordering, maybe a vodka cranberry might just be the better idea. Vodka cran, ask for some lemons. Make your brain think it's a Cosmo. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's just smarter ways to go about it. So that's a big one right there. I appreciate that. No way. Let's just say after that. It gives you a whole rundown. Or like, look at this. Like, this is crazy. I'll give you guys an example after this too of how fast this works. Ordering a complicated cocktail with numerous ingredients when the bar is busy can slow down service for other customers. Couldn't say it better myself. That's why people use this bullshit. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is my own material. Maybe this is a little bit lazy of me right now, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm sorry. Like I said, I've talked about so much bartending bullshit already until I have guests come on and get to do interviews where I can have everybody share their stories. This is all I got. But don't worry, you'll still enjoy, because it's me. It's amazing. Right, Saint? No. Oh, well, whatever. Then just fucking sit there and watch anyways. Ignoring the line. So that I've definitely not spoken about because that's not something that applies to me. We have a regular round bar, so this is obviously talking about either like a sidebar, like a mobile bar, something like that, or when you're at a sporting event or whatever. That's obviously very annoying. That to me is probably more explained in the sense of you just walked up and there's other people at the bar, where it's like, if there's a lot of other people there, don't walk up to the bar and be like, hey, give us a second, just saying. What's it? Cutting in line, pushing ahead of other customers can create tension and annoy both bartenders and fellow patrons. I like this part right here. Annoy both bartenders. Well, not both, but whatever, you know what I mean. Not having payment ready? It doesn't happen a lot because usually when obviously people ask for the check, they're ready to go. Or I guess, no, this is definitely more of like a end of the night, I drop the check or something like that, or I'm doing a shift change and I ask you if I can close you out and make sure you don't need anything else. And I mean, it's happened to me plenty of times, but I guess I'm just so used to it that it's not really annoying to me anymore because I really don't get embarrassed and I don't care. I act embarrassed to put on the show for the customer because I'll leave the book in front of you and then I'll notice that you haven't touched it. Like it's in the same exact position as I left it, or I've been looking at you out the corner of my eye. So I'm going to act stupid and walk around and just pick up the book, knowing that there's no money in there. And then I'll pick it up and I'll walk 3 steps, open it and go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't know. No rush, take your time. But now that I did that whole awkward interaction, now you're going to pay me quicker. I mean, that definitely has been multiple times where it takes 3, attempts for them to finally fucking pay me because they want to sit there and argue with their wife or husband, boyfriend, whatever the fuck is going on. Like, bitch, give me your fucking money. Don't be stupid. I got shit to do. Don't you? That's what really gets me. It's like, I mean, I guess some people are just like, have such a luxurious and lackadaisical lifestyle that they can just take their time doing everything that they need to do. You know what I mean? And I might be a little lazy, but when it comes to like shit like that, or like having to move on or do other things or pay for something, or if you're doing your job, like sometimes there's things that need to get done and you just fucking got to do it. And paying is one of those fucking things. Motherfuckers. Being disrespectful or rude. I mean, that's what the whole show is basically based about, is how disrespectful and rude everybody is. Excessive flirting. I've definitely talked about that for the females in other episodes. I don't get excessively flirted with enough. I mean, except for I had this one. Oh, this is a good story. So, there's one lady that sits... Or did I say it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll just say it again. There's one lady that sits outside, right? And this lady, I've nicknamed her... And I'm fat, so I can make fat jokes. I nicknamed her La Vaca Mu. Came up with that the other day. So, because I put... there's like a song in Spanish will be La Vaca Mu. La Vaca Mu. So, I'm trying to be clever... And I put her name on the check as La Vaca Mu, but all one word. And I look at Steph, who I'm working with, and I'm like, hey, look at the name I put for my, that lady, because she knows I don't like her and whatever. And that shit says La Vaca Mu. She reads it, she's like, La Vaca Mu? And I was like, no. And I explained it to her, and we just both got a good laugh out of it. And I was like, that's a new nickname now. Lava Camus. Like lava, Camus. We'll do it like that. So anyways, Lava Camus was there. I mean, she's there every Friday. Fucking annoying as hell. It's the one I told you the story about her. It's the one that likes the extra. She likes the extra cheese. She wants the cheese on top of the cheese. She wants the cheese that we don't even carry. She wants fucking sauteed onions on a salad, like that fucking lady, Lava Camus. I mean, of course she's Lava Camus because she likes cheese on everything and extra fucking cheese and fucking triple cheese and quadruple cheese. I don't know if you guys saw that. I think like in Canadian Burger King, there's like a cheese burger, literally. No, I gotta go fucking. And now I've been saying the word literally so much that like I had to realize and call myself out the other day. All I say is literally. Well, I can tell you that literally fucked up my recording again. But yes, all I do say is the word literally. It's gonna jump. Now you'll see that I had actually already found the burger I was talking about for Lava Camus. And yeah, this is definitely, I can't wait to show Steph this. She'll get a good laugh out of this one. This is definitely something. This is right up her fucking alley, dude. Look at this fucking monster. She would fuck that up. I want cheese on my cheese with some extra cheese and sub that cheese and put the other cheese. You got goat cheese? Goat cheese. No fuck do I look like goat cheese. Look, I don't even want to name drop my restaurant anymore. I'm trying to get that out of my vocabulary. And one day I'll get in trouble, I'm sure. Like I said earlier, I'm going to say something that's going to get me fucked. And I already say a lot of shit. But yeah, the point of the story was Lava Camus. She had come in and ordered she asked me for a sweet drink that's super strong, a very normal drink order at North Miami. And so I make her a Blue Long Island, call it a day, and I bring her a cup of water as well because she always asks for a cup of water. How do I know that? Because I take care of her at least once a week, every week. So it's not that hard to remember a cup of water. I put down the cup of water, and she goes, oh, Aunt Joey gave me a cup of water? You must want me to suck your dick. And I'm talking about, like, bruh, loud as fuck. Like, the whole bar can hear that shit. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm still, like, customer service out. Like, I can't look at her and be like, no, bitch. Like, you gross me the fuck out. You can't even fucking look at my dick. You can't even breathe on it. No, that's not what I can say. And I'm not going to say, like, oh, yeah, girl, drop on your knees. Either. So the in-between is more of like a ha-ha, and I walk away. I hit her with that ha-ha, or maybe my classic ha, and then I go. I'm out. I didn't realize how much my diaphragm moves when I do that. Ha. Oh, my little titty jump. But anyways, like I said, I can call her Lava Camus because I'm fat. So if anything, I'm a Vakamu too. I just don't ingest as much fucking cheese. The next one, I like this. Over ordering free samples. Stanley, this one's for you, buddy. You had asked me before, you're like, Joey, you haven't mentioned me in your podcast, have you? And I kept telling you, no, I have no reason to mention you yet. Keyword was always yet, and here we are. We found it, thanks to ChatGPT. But Joey, we don't have free samples. Yes, we do. We have fucking bar chips. We have bar chips Monday through Friday for lunch. I mean, they're supposed to be available, but they're not something that's prepared over the weekends or Friday night. And every time he comes in, he wants bar chips. And then he'll give some to somebody else. Now he needs more bar chips. Next thing I know, I'm making 2-3 trips, arguing with chefs to get this guy bar chips. And it's not even like he's cheap. He tips well. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a problem with you, Stanley. Like, me and you have never really butted heads. You might have butted heads with other people, or maybe little situations have been one-offs, which is fine. You know, when you go somewhere for long enough, there's always going to be some type of situation that eventually arises. To me, you've always had, you're an apologetic person when you need to be. No issues. But you asked me if I was ever going to talk about you on the podcast. We found you. That might as well just say, number 9, Stanley. Love you, buddy. Not tipping or under tipping. Bartenders rely on tips as a significant portion of their income. I would say most for me. So not tipping or leaving a minimal tip can be disheartening. I would like to translate disheartening to fucking annoying. If you can't tip, don't come out. Talked about this a million times. Yes, tip culture this, tip culture that. Well, guess what? We live in tip culture. Whether you agree with it or not, I'm not getting paid more because you didn't tip me. Some restaurants do that. 99% don't. In America, it is what it is. The only like excuse I really will take is like just being foreign, you're from another country, whatever. It's still gonna annoy me, but I know I won't take it personal. Because if you're too broke to tip, you shouldn't be out eating. You should be eating at home. If you don't agree with tip culture, go to restaurants that pay their employees a higher salary, a higher hourly rate. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Because you obviously expect a certain amount of service from us. And if we're not getting paid, because at the same time, these restaurants that are paying their fucking servers, okay? Look at me when I talk to you, motherfucker, full screen. These fucking restaurants that are paying these servers $30 an hour? Your appetizers ain't $10, buddy. Yo, entrees ain't gonna cap out at $25. Ain't no nice happy hour for you. How do you think they pay those servers and those bartenders? You fucking dunce. You fucking moron. How do you think they pay them? They up the prices. Ain't no 2 for 1. Ain't no 2 for 1. Ain't no 2 for 1. They might be an entry fee for your ass. I'm talking about, oh, tip culture so bad, da-da-da. It is what it is, man. And part of the reason that tip culture can exist is to lower the prices of the fucking food. Because if they had to pay us more, like, do you not understand? Especially with how bad inflation has been. Like, even like our restaurant, which was like, usually like it was a lot cheaper. The prices have gone up. It's still cheaper than like in other like restaurants. The food quality could be better, but that's not the point of the argument. Chicken wings got super expensive for a little while. Eggs got super expensive for a little while. And we didn't like raise prices too crazy. And if guess what? If they were paying us $20, $30 an hour, all of us, you know how much they would charge you for 10 wings? Probably like $25, $30. You fucking clowns. Talk to me about tip culture. I want to hear that shit. Anyways, going on. I think I'm bipolar. Asking for complicated customizations. Lava Camus. Lava Camus is back. Oh my god. Wait, and how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of the last 4, she's 50% of them. It's crazy. Listen, I talked about it before already. Taking off 1 or 2 things. Oh, sorry, Mike. Taking off 1 or 2 things is not a big deal. If it's trying to add a million things and adding things that don't even make sense on it, just don't. Just don't do it. Please, find something you like. It's pretty simple. Not clearing space at the bar. That makes no sense. Leaving personal belongings or not making room for... Oh, okay. This happens more for us with, like... Well, it's annoying because one thing that they'll do is, like, people will be sitting in front of the mats that we have, like, on the bar top. And, like, it just is what it is. And, like, I get it. We got to be quicker with pre-busing. But sometimes, like, let's say it's 4 of them. And they all, like, there's some apps. And now they got their entrees. And they bust everything. They put all their plates on top of the mats that I use to make drinks for customers. It's pretty fucking gross. And it's really annoying. Because it's, like, right there in your fucking face. And it's just, it's a shitty situation. I would say what's worse is the move where, like, I know we don't have hooks. I don't think at the outside bar. I'm pretty sure we don't. But, like, when a woman or a man, like, he takes off his jacket or whatever, and they put their stuff on another chair. And, like, it's kind of like, that, like, that fake save for, I'm saving it for someone else. But you're clearly just... either don't want someone to stay next to you, which I get, but if the bar's filling up, hey, guess what? Someone's going to fucking sit next to you. And just using the seat as your purse holder. I know, yeah, we should have hooks out there, but, you can put it on the little arm. You can put it in between you and your guest. You can put it on the bar top next to you. Like, I mean, who told you to go out to a bar with a fucking Louis bag this fucking big that's probably fake? Like, relax. Fucking coming out with a fake $1,000 bag. Girl, you had Duffy's. Don't nobody believe that shit's real. Like, I'm gonna have a lot of funny clips out of this podcast. I already know it. making a mess. I mean, yeah, everyone's disgusting and dirty. It's like the little kids. It's like the parents that let the little kids eat like monsters, throw the mac and cheese on the ground, and just fucking leave it there. They make things for that. I saw one. It's like a mat that you can place down as like a placemat, whatever. But it has like little suction cups, so it doesn't move, so the kid can't move it, right? And like obviously the parent, you clean it, you make sure it's good, so that way the kid can be as messy as he wants on the table, but it stays on the table and he can't move the mat around. Because obviously we give you the little kids menu that you can use as a placemat, but it's paper. You know, they're gonna destroy that. They're gonna destroy the food. So now that's one problem solved. And then as soon as they're done eating, you wipe it all off, right? You clean it. You give you little wet wipes. That's what you have with the kids, don't you? Wipe it all off. And then it comes with like dry erase markers so that the kids can now draw or like play on the mat. And now they're also distracted while you're trying to eat or you're hanging out and you're talking to the people that you came out with, whatever. Just saying. Something to look into. Let's see. Overcrowding. I mean, yeah, that's just is. And expecting special treatment. Yeah, fucking. It's like we run, as bartenders, we run on people that expect special treatment. I said I did want to show you guys, like, just an example. If you haven't seen ChatGPT, I'm just going to say, right. Okay, try not to lose my patience there. Thankfully, I didn't go too far off the path until when I realized that it wasn't recording again. I don't know what happened. Anyways, so the whole point was, I mean, literally after that cut off, I wrote, write me an essay about the struggle of bartending, and it literally spat this out within like 5 seconds. And I'm talking like perfectly punctuated, well written, even gives you a title, and that's like I think where I lost it for a second, where I was like, holy shit. And look at that title. Navigating the Cocktail Chaos, the Hidden Struggles of Bartending. And then I'm just going to read the first paragraph just because it's so like beautiful. Bartending, often romanticized as a profession of flair, charisma, and endless partying, holds a nuanced reality that unveils itself once you step behind the bar. Behind the scenes, bartenders face a unique set of challenges that extend far beyond the realm of mixing drinks and charming customers. The struggle of bartending lies in the demanding physical and mental toll, the art of diplomacy, and the pursuit of maintaining a delicate balance between service and self. That got generated, and I'm talking about a half a second, just that one paragraph. Like, dude, like this is crazy. Let's read the conclusion. I'm not gonna go through the body. Now I just want to read it. I'm about to read the whole thing once I'm done because I feel like it's gonna be so good. In conclusion, the struggle of bartending transcends the surface glamour to reveal a multi-dimensional experience characterized by physical exertion, emotional intelligence, and the pursuit of equilibrium. Like, what is happening? Behind the well-stocked bar, a bartender's journey is a symphony of resilience, adaptability, and a deep understanding of human nature. Recognizing the intricacies of their profession unveils a newfound appreciation for those who navigate the cocktail chaos, throwing it back to the title, mixing drinks and memories alike, all while balancing their own lives on the rocks. Holy shit. Fucking bars, dude. I don't even know if I have like any like sound effects like to make that just sound like amazing. I don't. Yeah, it's maybe because I suck. I'll just throw in. Yeah, that's a buzzer running out on me for being trash. But yeah, dude. I mean, tell me, like, that's so much untapped potential. I mean, just talking about, like, in real life. Like, for anything that you want to do. I'm not, like, saying that you should cheat and do all this stuff, but... I mean, I could type in something like... Now I'm just going on a tangent, but might as well. Just one more example. I was going to type in, podcast topics. Oh, you know what? Just to give it a challenge, I'm going to do this. Podcast topics to avoid. Let's see what it spits out. And this is, look at that, all within seconds. Crazy. Full list. And it's, you know, and it's answering the prompt that I gave it. Offensive or harmful content, sensitive or triggering subjects, personal attack or gossip, false information or conspiracy theories, explicit or adult content, which is funny because all these things happen on podcasts, but you get the idea. Obviously, it's going more on the PC side because, like I said before, this is one that has restrictions and won't give you something offensive. Like I literally write, well, thankfully I finally figured out how I was being such an idiot. It's because every time I type, I forgot that I have the letter E as a hotkey to end the recording. And that's why it keeps ending the recordings. So by the time I have this all edited together, it'll be all stitched together, but all that hopping around is annoying me because I kept looking down. I'm like, why is it not recording? At least I figured it out because I'm like thinking like that my computer has a bug or something. Well, where did it leave off? So I was gonna say, test it out, write offensive joke. It doesn't give you one. Write Christian joke. It gave me, this really crappy, why did the computer go to church? Because I had too many bugs and needed some divine debugging. And now I'm just curious. Write Jewish joke. Yeah, see, and it kept giving me the problem with Christian, and there's no way. So it can give me a Christian joke, but it won't give me a fucking Jewish joke, right? A middle. Is it 2 words? We'll do 2 words, just so it's whatever. Right, a Middle Eastern joke. Huh. I mean, we gotta just check this one out. Right, a Catholic joke. Okay, so that's fucking crazy. It'll write a Christian joke and a Catholic joke, but it won't write a Jewish joke, black joke, Middle Eastern joke. It'll write it. Right, a Latino. Now I'm just curious, like where do they draw the line? Dude, that's too funny. All right, well, now I'm going to do the part that's probably going to be embarrassing to me. But, it's not my joke, so I really have no shame in it. This is about... Let's see. About a rude guest. Yeah, all right, let me just pause so I'm not boring you guys with my scroll. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to deliver this as if this was my stand-up routine. I've read a few of the lines. I don't know how funny it's going to be. I also don't like that the camera angle kind of got a little shitty. I hope it wasn't that bad during the rest of the podcast, but whatever. Okay. Gotta get into my stand-up comic voice right now. Hey there, folks. So I've been bartending for a while now, and let me tell you, it's like a crash course in human psychology. You got the talkers, the criers, the dancers, and of course, the elusive species known as the non-tippers. I mean, come on, people. Tipping is like the universal high five for a job well done. You wouldn't walk out of a bakery without paying for that croissant, right? Would you? It's like going to the dentist and saying, nah, you know what? I don't feel like paying for that root canal. I did not write this. You tip your Uber driver, your delivery person, your cat sitter. Okay, maybe not your cat sitter, but you get the point. The non-tippers are like the ninjas of the bar world. They slip away into the night, leaving you staring at an empty tip jar like, well, at least I can buy myself some air with this. See, that's borderline racist, I think, actually. Like ninjas slipping into the night. Just saying. I've had people give me all sorts of excuses for not tipping. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know I had to tip at the bar. Really? Because the jar marked tips wasn't a suggestion box for your deepest feelings. Then there's the classic line, I'll get you next time. Oh, sure, because I'm running a tab on your promises now. I can pay my rent with IOUs, right? Landlords love those. And then there's the ultimate jackpot of excuses. Sorry, I spent all my money on drinks. Congratulations, you've just won the How Not to Budget Award. Oh, man, this is fucking hard to read. Seriously, I didn't realize this was a charity for people with empty pockets. Please, kind bartender, allow me to enjoy a beverage and a side of guilt for not having enough to tip you. But you know what? Let's be positive. Maybe these non-tippers are just environmentalists. Where is this going? Saving trees by not contributing to paper currency circulation. It's like they're saying, I'm saving the planet, one $0 tip at a time. I actually like that. That's bars. That's bars. And let's not forget the unsolicited advice experts. You know, you can make more tips if you smile more. Oh my God. Did I write this? Oh, really? Maybe I'm just flexing my face muscles for fun. I'll just turn my happy switch to the on position, shall I? In the end, folks, tipping is like karma's currency. You don't have to believe in it. But it's sure as heck gonna catch up with you. So if you find yourself at a bar, remember that a little generosity goes a long way. Tipping is like a round of applause for your bartender. And who doesn't love a standing ovation with a side of gratitude? Cheers to that. Yeah, that was... But I'll tell you what. Where is it? This bar right here. I'm going to bring you guys back so you can see what I was reading. No, I'm going to have to hold this because I don't feel like going through this whole process of pushing this and shit. Where is it? Oh, where it said, but you know what? Let's be positive. Maybe these non-tippers are just environmentalists saving trees by not contributing to paper currency circulation. It's like they're saying, I'm saving the planet one $0 tip at a time. That was bars. That was bars. Like that's something if I came up with, I would be proud of that one. And then I wrote another one. I didn't write another one, but I had another one. But anyways, I mean, might as well wrap it up here. I've already had so many little faulty moments that I wasn't so happy about, where I kept fucking hitting the letter E like an idiot, not realizing it was cutting me off. So this might be choppy, but I'm glad to be back. I appreciate anybody who listens or watches. I really do. I mean, this is something I really do enjoy, and I really just need to get, on that horse of staying motivated and staying on it, because I'm not forcing myself to sit here and do this right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just finally doing it again. Like, I was just procrastinating. And even though, like, all that ChatGPT stuff was, like, a lot of what I talked about, like, to me, it doesn't matter. I wish I had someone with me. Like, and I would still do that ChatGPT idea, because I think that's genius. You know what I mean? And all it does is just give you something to talk about. I mean, I think I had a good laugh, and I really hope you guys get a good laugh out of it, too. I love you guys. Always love yourselves. And what I'm going to do is put my intro background and let Izel's music play for the end of the episode, so this whole song can be finished. I'll see you guys next time.
Got the eggy sticky sealed up in the duffel bag. My little cousin said 250 for a paper tag. I got the 17 targets on my leather jacket. The niggas try to up me, so I let him have it. Had to hit him with a bow, 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 bow. Gotta get silencer, cause that shit is loud. I think I need a bigger scale, I just caught the pound. I'm the king of and beaters while I wear a crown. Cruising down 6th Ave with a blunt in my mouth. I had to tell the teacher gangster cause it came from the south. I got bad bitches out here shaking ass at the park. They just pushed me in the water, had to swim with the sharks. Take a look inside my wallet, I got 20 racks. Take a look inside my closet, got 100 racks. I got bitches chasing me, I need to take a lap. It's funny cause I let my shawty, then I took her back. Only smoke backwoods, I don't fuck with the papers. I'm really out here getting money, you just bet on the Lakers. Shawty told me dive in, didn't think I could save her. I'm just out here just expressing why you gotta be a hater. Don't test me, I put you on your knees. Glock 17 and they got a beam. You think I'm dumb enough to put it on the screen? Little bitch. I was out here smoking dope and sipping lean. Don't tell me that I cannot do it, it's my dream. Nigga talking shit, I'm about to hit him with an uppercut. I be pulling up the Krispy Kreme and they just show me love. Mama told me please go get some money, now I'm never stressed. People tell me put the racks away, but I stay flex. I been really out here getting money since I was 11. About to pull up on the fucking gang, about to roll a 7. It's gonna take a lot to take me down, I'ma stay stepping. Stop playing, little bitch.